Pennsylvania's taxpayer-funded budget surplus is $300 million. Dennis Owens has been asking legislative leaders for years whether that's just too much.
Nearly everyone agrees it is. So now Dennis is asking why they gave themselves an increased appropriation in the most recent budget.
In February, this audit showing the state legislature costs more than $400 million a year to operate and is sitting on $300 million more in reserves. Taxpayer money, a surplus one House Republican described as
it's a little excessive.
The GOP leader in the Senate went further.
We have more in reserve than we need to, and we need to figure out how to properly spend that down.
But instead of spending down, the state Senate gave itself a 7.9% hike in the most recent budget. The House boosted its allotment 8.5%.
This is just pure greed. There's no other way to look at it. They increased the amount of money in their slush fund.
Governor Shapiro signed off on the budget. His thoughts on those lawmaker line items?
I think legislative leaders need to be able to justify to the taxpayers why they're keeping so much of their hard-earned money in a bank account here in Harrisburg.
In 2009, Shapiro chaired the Legislative Audit Advisory Commission and recommended the surplus be capped at 3 months' operating expenses. That would be $100 million today, far below the $300 million lawmakers are sitting on.
Well, I said we should return that money to the citizens of Pennsylvania or invest it in things that benefit the citizens of Pennsylvania, and my position remains the same.
But the governor gave his office a 12% hike in the budget. How does he justify that?
All we're producing, all the good work that we're doing in the governor's office, we're putting points on the board every day for the good people of Pennsylvania, and that requires a dedicated staff.
We're experiencing increased costs.
Senate Minority Leader Jay Costa, like the governor, says good staff deserve raises, and that costs money.
We're blessed to have great people working in the House and the Senate on both sides of the aisle. To be able to retain them and be able to continue to have them work with us.
But that doesn't address a $300 million surplus that will likely grow bigger next year. And folks will inevitably say, it's probably too much. We should probably look at reducing it. If history's our guide, they probably won't.
And so I would ask taxpayers and voters, do you think you're getting the bang for the buck?
In Harrisburg, I'm Dennis Owens.